All right, everybody, we are back again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. And I have the good brother, Kala Genesis, aka Kala Thanos, on with us this evening. And today's subject is our topic is nationhood is the answer to the class and caste systems we live under. So Kala, I know you got a lot to get off your chest. I know you have a lot to say. So, brother, go ahead and take it away.
Oh yeah, yes. I just
Let
want
me,
to
let
say,
me-
that the topic of tonight's show is we're talking about classism and the conundrum of classism and Black America. The why it is a never-ending beef. Like let me tell you something. Now we always say, "Oh, we're all unified." Everything. Internet exposed. When people have actually let their inner feelings out and stuff like that, and they say certain things, and you go inside people's minds, you almost get to the point where, like, dang, that's the way you really feel about this. I thought we were this one loving, happy community and everything, and then it comes to the fruition that some people who were born into a certain caste or in America think they're better than other people. Some people think they're class. Let me break it down to this. There's two different things. There's a caste system and there's a class system. Black America doesn't live in a class system. In order for you to be in a class system, right, a class system, you have to have money and be the dominant in power. That means you can move up. That means if a white person moves, hits the lottery, he moves, buys $1 billion car, he's part of the upper class. You know what I'm saying? Black people could never be part of the upper class because we're not in the dominant. Now you could say I live among white folks and everything. And I think I'm part of the upper class. If you want to be delusional, you go right ahead. Black America, America is a caste system, based on race. So in other words, basically, no matter you could be a black man with $1 billion in the bank account, right? You are part of the under caste that's basically the lowest rung of society, no matter how much money you have, how much money you think you have. The average, you go to any small community in America, right? A guy, a black man wearing a suit and tie, right, is probably on the caste level of a white guy who's a blue collar worker. I know you've seen this, you know what I'm saying? And in fact, according to some statistics, right, you have white people who have criminal records and college dropouts, high school dropouts, earn more than 3 times the amount of wealth than black people who have college degrees. They blue collar has more wealth than our white collar community in Black America. Why? Because it's a racial caste. You're part of a different social structure, right? Black America, how we have our castes in Black America based on skin tone. If you were born light skinned and everything like that, you are regarded in Black America as persons who are brown or darker, or whatever like that. You are higher caste. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. I was watching this video the other day, right? And this color thing caste system that's global and worldwide, right? It's based on right now skin bleaching in Asia is a $30 billion a year industry. Now you say to yourself, well, Asians are always already like skin. What do they need? The thing is, most Asians want to have that pearly white skin. Why? Because that white skin symbolizes wealth. It symbolizes that you live, that you work in the office. Darker skin symbolizes you work in the field. That's a caste system, right? Now, people say, well, what's that got to do with nationhood, right? Black America, no matter what you do, you can have anybody come off the boat, right? If they anytime people can come from third world degenerate countries, right, where people are whatever, and they feel superior to you, you've been here 400 years, established yourself and everything, and you got people calling. I was watching this video today where this Mexican guy, a traffic guy, is calling a black man a nigger. You know what I'm saying? Shut up, nigger. Now this is unbelievable. How is it that Mexicans and all these people come here? Why? Because there's a caste system in America. You know what I'm saying? That it does not matter how much the black man has. You could be a black man driving a Rolls Royce, right? Even a Mexican comes here, he thinks he's superior. Why? Because the American caste system regards anybody who is not black as superior. You know what I'm saying? If you are not black, you are considered. If you're black, you have black skin, you are considered inferior in America. That's the way it is. There's one thing you have to realize about America, right? And Thomas Jefferson, in so many words, eloquently said everything. Here, forget about what you talk about the Constitution, all this kind of crap they keep telling us about. Oh, the Constitution. I was like, here, the one thing you have to realize that America has been battling with since day one is this is a land where the white man is God. You know what I'm saying? The white man is literally God. Above all else, you had the Ku Klux Klan killing people. Courts couldn't convict them. Why? Because the white man is God. You know, right now we have a stand. They can't even help themselves. You know what I'm saying? They can't even help them. It's so ingrained in the culture, right? They can't even help themselves. Look at what's going on in Florida. You know, a stand your ground law. Now, no one ever said anything about the black man. Did you hear about the black army veteran, army guy, who just fired a pistol in the air, right? And he tried to use stand your ground. Didn't hurt anybody. They gave him 25 years.
Yeah, and remember the girl, the lady as
Oh
well.
yeah,
That I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Oh, remember Jason Black went hard on her, man. He was like, "Oh, she's nothing but a single mom, whatever he was called." Jason Black was throwing her under the bus. Professor Black Troop, whatever his name is, was throwing her under the bus and everything. And and uh and and she fired a warning shot. And the same lady that couldn't convict Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman, was trying to put this lady away for 30 years. Where was her stand your ground? You know, it is one thing you have to get. I'll repeat it. In America, the white man is God. And what you see right now is white people yearn for the good old days. The good old days was they can kill us and get away with it. I looked at some of the comments, right, on concerning that case in Florida, and people were like, well, he shouldn't have knocked him to the ground. If somebody would knock me to the ground, he should have got shot, whatever like that, you know? So in other words, white people are saying, if you get up in somebody's face and call them nigger, this, that, and the other thing, he calls off and hits you, you have a right to go and take his life. Evidently, if you want that, if you're white,
But
then you go.
what's crazy, Jason? I mean, what's crazy, Kyla? You can't
Oh,
even.
please.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Please, oh, Lord.
Yeah, my bad. I'm so sorry, Kyla Thanos.
Busy
What's
gauntlet
crazy?
on you.
What's crazy? You can't even defend your wife now. You can't defend your lady now. Which
Yeah.
is
Somebody could come up and grab your lady's ass or whatnot. And you say, hey, look, bro. And you push the hand away or whatever like that. He slips. He pulls out a gun and blows your head off. You know? That is the reality of what we are living with. You know what I'm saying? The white man. Yeah, the black man was shot breaking up a fight with a gun drop, you know? So the bottom line is he got 25 years, you know what I'm saying? He was a proud patriotic serving his country and all stuff like that. None of that mattered, you know? And we see a white boy down in thing. Why did that white boy get off in Crenshaw for a drive-by shooting? Why? Because he comes from a different racial caste. He comes from a different caste. You cannot put him in jail, right? Because white people don't belong in prison. You know what I'm saying? He has a future. He has a future. He is white. You know what I'm saying? He's part of a caste system. So in other words, black people say, well, geez, I remember when I was watching years ago. We got people like P. Diddy who basically tried to give us the illusion. We always knew this, right? There's a racial caste system, no matter, and most black people, even entertainers, rich entertainers, always knew this, right? Teddy Pendergrass, I remember, made a song talk about, let's not celebrate all our wealth and how people still struggling. So let's not put. He was adamant about not putting out a lot of videos where people sipping champagne and stuff like that. He said, look, we want to identify with the people, right? And same thing with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali refused to buy expensive cars. He gave a lot of his money away. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew no matter how much wealth he projects or whatnot, he's still black in America. And that's the way I'm still a nigga in America. This is the way white America sees me and everything. Over the last, I would say, 20, 25 years, there has been this movement to sort of, and that's what kept us basically sane, and it kept us safe because we were always on our guard. You know what I'm saying? We was always on our guard. Now you have these black guys out here. They want to run to these parties out here. They want to run chase white girls. They want to run these bars, anytime, redneck bars, whatever. They want to do all this stuff like this, and they don't understand something. We are still living in a redneck country. A white man could proudly walk. I see white guys here in Virginia Beach. they'll grab up a fine black woman, right, and parade her around in front of black men. And because we live in a caste system, I dare not say nothing about it. I remember I was sitting in a restaurant one day, and it's black couple that, and I like I said, I don't give up racist vibes. I try not to, whatever like that. And it mixed couple of came as a white guy, real white guy, and this black girl, dark sister. It was cute though, right? She was real cute, real pretty. Not saying that I ain't saying go, I don't mean it like that, but I'm just saying she was really cute. I mean, she was really pretty with you know what I'm saying? But they were sitting there and I was sitting there, I was ignoring them. I didn't make any eye contact or anything like that, but they felt really uncomfortable with me sitting there, right? And so finally they just got up and left, you know? And the girl was like, well, let's go. You know, left. I didn't say nothing to them, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing to this couple. They got up and left, whatever. But the whole thing is this, though. For the most part, a white guy could basically do whatever he wants to, Filipino, whatever like that. This is his land. This is his power, whatever. A black man, you dare not talk about going outside of your race and touching white women. You know what I'm saying? Touching white women, that's still dangerous in this country. Now, the point I'm trying to make, is this: we have people now who are trying to advance the notion that all that's in the past and all that stuff doesn't matter anymore. And now we're living in the future. You can date whoever you want to, you can marry whoever you want to, and everything. What's happening is this: the social fabric of Black America is disintegrating. How can you basically talk about building a community, and if the main thing of building a community is the relationship between Black males and Black females is in shambles? If you have telling black women out here, and I've been listening to some of these videos, man, it's really, really disheartening. You know what I'm saying? About what the way some of these sisters are talking about swirl. It's not just swirling. It's just the whole thing. Do you understand what you're saying? You're saying that you want to give birth to the white man and you want to breed our race out and everything. This is what we signed up for, Dinus. This is what we signed up. This is what Martin Luther King wanted.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm saying this is what we wanted. The whole thing was, yeah, we were sold on America was we build our communities, we marry and this, that, and the other thing. Right now, the media. I saw another video the other day, another commercial the other day. It was a dental commercial, right? I sell dental plans, so make sure I never sell this plan. Anyway, it was a black, and I don't know who's making these videos. I would love to be in a flying room when these commercials are made. There was a sister out there, and she was at a wedding. I don't know if you've seen it. You'll see the commercial. Watch TV enough, you'll see a commercial. And she was with this Brad, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And she was at a wedding. Said, for all your dental needs and everything, get this. It's always those medical commercials and everything. But I do know a lot in those fields. There's a lot of black women who work in those fields. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they give it a green light. Says they want to appeal. That's what black women want to see. And she, in the end of the commercial, she threw the bouquet, and she's sitting there hugged up with her white man. In a commercial. When I was growing up, you didn't see that. And so what I'm saying is, what we have in America is a deliberate attempt. Yeah, somebody said Martin Luther King was color struck. Yeah, he probably was. We have a deliberate attempt to undermine Black America. White America is not going anywhere. They're not going to run over the rainbow with you and hold hands. All you people out there who don't like what I say, white people are never going to give up that racial purity. That's their line in the sand. They're not going to give up that racial purity. And also, you may be stupid enough to believe that one day, people of color, we're all going to mix in and color's not going to marry. Now you have Mexicans who are now trying to preserve themselves. They're calling you nigga, and they're not mixing with you. They're not doing all stuff like that. The only people that's left out in the cold is black people in America. Because if we start talking about, well, just race first and marry your own kind, and let's start building stuff like that. Let's join the BAIO. Let's work on building a nation of our own and all stuff like this. Build businesses, trade, and everything. Forget America. Forget white people and everything. We are now called a racist. Even though, yeah, BAIO should reach out to Rwanda. Yes, I wish somebody can reach out to Rwanda. We need people to do that. We got people reaching out here, this, that, and the other. We need more people. We basically are told that we should just sit here and just die in America. We have no justice in the courts. We get no justice. We have guns, and now you got 3D printing guns coming out. Pretty soon, there's going to be untraceable guns out there. That means more murders, more gang violence, more everything going on and everything. So all these people out here that basically tell us that we are going in the wrong direction, I would like to know what's the alternative. America is getting worse, and I'm not gonna just put it on sisters and brothers too. We have no desire to reproduce. We have no desire to marry. So if you don't want to reproduce, you want to marry, you want to do stuff like this, you want to build families and everything. How are you? What is there to talk about? I noticed that when I see, and this I'm gonna talk about the stuff in Black America right now. You always have these people rabble rousers. I seen the other day, right? Did you see a video I sent you, Dinus? Where there was somebody shot in a guy was shot in Minneapolis, whatever, and the dude interrupted the forum. He came in there and said, and I guess a councilman, whatever, that walked out, whatever, like that. And the dude took the mic over. We're tired of this. We're gonna tear this place up. Blah 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 blah. In other words, basically,
we gonna rise up.
We're gonna rise up, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And we're tired of this. Blah blah blah. You ain't gonna rise up nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna rise up nothing. All you gonna do is get mad. They know white people already got us for that. You're gonna get mad, you're gonna get angry, you're gonna get things, then you're gonna go and just basically go get your weed and smoke it and get your 40 ounce and just be chill. You know what I'm saying? You'll be out there protesting everything. And then when they get that not guilty verdict or not, you'll be like, oh damn, see, this and the other thing. Yeah, white man does not care. Why? Because he has the power. America's whole infrastructure, right, was set up to oppress black people. You know what I'm saying? Set up. Every state borders, the boundaries, everything was set up in place to make sure that the majority of white people always control the majority of land, the majority of territory, majority of districts, and everything like that. And you're just an afterthought. So you got people out here now talking about, oh, we're gonna build a black CIA inside of America. Okay, you do that. Let us know how it found out. You're gonna create your own black Central Intelligence Agency inside the borders of America, and you're gonna be able to spy on white people and everything like that. Like I said, but like I said, and then when people say, so we don't need our own nation everywhere. We can just do it right here. We're gonna build our own CIA in here. We're gonna build our own infrastructure. We're gonna do all stuff like that. We don't need to go no place. I'm not calling names. What's the dumbest friggin' shit I've ever heard in my life? You know? Now what is a gentry? What is a gentry? There's people that claim to be leaders in Black America, right? And I question this, right?
Right. Talcum X, Sean King, who else? Maxine Waters,
Hey, those are fools. You know what I'm saying? We have Al Sharpton, all these people they call themselves.
Hey, your boy Roland Martin,
Yeah, Roland Martin. Yeah, Roland Foley Martin. Anyway, check this out. The whole thing is these people say they're so-called black leaders, because the bottom line is we're so powerless, right? Anyone could basically put themselves in in position of power and everything, and we have nothing. We have nothing to say about it. Why? Because the white media and everything will say this is your leader. You know what I'm saying? This is who we choose to lead you, right? And all he has to do is basically show up at a couple of rallies and everything like that and scream for reparations, and he's your leader. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That he's not leading you to anything. You cannot have political power until you have social and economic power. You know what I'm saying? And then, first of all, before you have social power, you have to be social. You have to know who you are. There have to be a we. When we create an organization, the BAIO, it's to get for people to get to know each other. A lot of people finding out a lot of things and everything, joining the social network is better than Facebook because everybody here in the BAIO believes in nationhood. We believe one day we're gonna have a nation state of our own in Africa, and that will basically solidify our communities throughout the world. We believe we should be able to build African American, African diaspora communities with infrastructure and all that stuff all over the globe. We should be able to live anywhere in the world and be comfortable, just like the Chinese and everybody else have infrastructure all over. The Chinese towns all over the world. Now they're building smart cities, mini smart cities, turnkey smart cities all over the world. You know what I'm saying? But we're not really interested in that. We want to stay here for the next 400 years complaining about racism and white supremacy. All right, go ahead. Now, in order for nationhood to happen, right? Nationhood will happen when the people on the top and the people on the bottom of a community are identical. Let me tell you what I mean by that. There has been, I remember Jesse Jackson, all these people, even Barack Obama, they have for years tried to convince the majority of white America, blue collar America, that we got to rise up against the rich people. That's why I don't believe in Bernie Sanders and everything. Look, that if you have that white skin in America, right, you're gonna eventually hit your wagon, hit your star with Donald Trump in the right wing. That's just the way it is. The people who control the money and the power in this country, and they're white males, right, from day one, right. Everybody that steps off that boat and they step on these shores and everything, they look at the winning team, right? I don't know anybody that goes to a sporting event, right, and basically say, look at the team that's in last place and say, you know something, I'm gonna buy that jersey. Why? Because I believe that team's gonna come. What team is like, is in the bottom every year? Well, I'm gonna put my money on it. Well, you could bet on it, but would you put your money on it? Yeah, I'm gonna put my money on that team, right? But they guarantee all the odds makers say they're gonna lose. They lose every year, but I'm still gonna put my money on that team because I want to be part of that team right there. Why? It's a losing team. Why would you bet on that team or whatever like that? Why? Because that's a losing team. That's what Black America is. You know what I'm saying? When people come over here, people think, oh, Roland Martin tells us, you know something? Yeah, what's up, Don Donna? Roland Martin says, you know something? In 20, he was sitting there with his with that big bathrobe he had on, like a bathrobe or a shower curtain he had on. You know what I'm saying? And he's up there. So I don't know what that is. He's doing his freaking his dance from his alma mater, whatever.
He's an alpha. He was doing his
alpha. He's an alpha
dance.
His fraternity dance, whatever, like that, whatever. He's a Q. You know what I'm saying? No, he's not a Q. He's not a maker. He's an alpha. Okay.
He's alpha. He's alpha.
Yeah, he's alpha. But anyway, he's doing as he said. The year of 2043. So, Dynasty, you know something? We should just go ahead and shut down operations right now. Let's shut down the show.
Right, and wait to 2043. Let's wait to
let's wait to 2043.
That's when. But listen, that's when white people will become the minority here in America. But how is that working in South Africa?
Yeah. How's it working in Zimbabwe? They're about to give the land back to them. New president says, I'm giving the land back to white people. You know what I'm saying? How's that working? White people are the minority in Brazil. How's that working out? Yeah, glorious day. Glorious day. Glorious day. So far, I plan to be Rwanda most definitely. When you get to Angola, man, I got plans for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I got plans for you. I'll put out BL business out there. I should do that. But anyway, but check this out. Glorious day. 2043. Man, the price of pork chops will take a nosedive. People of color gonna be the majority. What now you saying? I'm gonna be sitting there talking about, I'm gonna have my grits, my pork chops, and everything like that, man. And we're gonna sit there and we're gonna ride the freedom and whatnot. You don't have to do nothing right now. We gotta be prepared for that day, 2043. You know what I'm saying? 2043. You know what I'm saying? People of color gonna be the majority. Wow. Now, what gets me is people don't understand, design, cause, and effect, right? The Black America, right? Black America back in the 60s, right, was sold a bill of goods, right, when we did the Civil Rights Act. Instead of them saying, look, let's take care of ourselves first, right, with the civil rights and affirmative action, whatever like that. No, we had to freaking jump on board and say, yeah, let's include the Chinese and whatnot. Let's trade the immigration law. They're racist too. So a whole bunch of stuff got put into the Civil Rights Act, right? A whole bunch of Chinese got free college education, everything that they didn't even deserve, right? A whole bunch of Mexicans, people from the islands and everything. Not against my brothers from the islands, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And all these other people from Europe and everything. Oh, I'm displaced from everything. Everybody flooded in here, and under the idea of, and then they got white females. Show me any movies from the 1960s where you see white women working in the office or anything like that. In the 60s, late in the 1960s, white women were not in professional positions. They were home. The most top popular shows, Bewitched and everything, women were in the home. You had remember that lady? What's that lady? One Day at a Time. That one lady, Valerie Harper. You know Valerie Harper?
I don't know.
You probably before your time. She was 70. she had a show in the '70s called One Day at a Time, in the early '80s, right? And then she had a show in the '80s, right? So I remember I was in high school called Valerie's Family, right? Where she was the lead role, but she was adamant. She kept losing these roles because she was a staunch feminist, right? They wouldn't give her the same salary at the time because even Bill Cosby was making more than her at the time, right? She was like, because I'm a female, they would not give her the top billing. And then said she left the show. Then it became Valerie's Family, right? And the show went pretty good and everything. It had that guy Jason Bateman in there. Jason Bateman was a son. You know what I'm saying? It was called the Hogans. You know what I'm saying? It was Valerie's Family. Then they the Hogan when she left. You know, but she one more season of Valerie's Family. Then to Hogan. Why? Because the bottom line is they wanted white American women to be relegated to somebody said, "Damn, I can't remember that." Yeah, look, the bottom line is this: they wanted white women to be relegated to the road. Now look at it right here, because we got all these TV shows and everything like that, right? White women have made such strides that they outnumber white men in college graduation. You know what I'm saying? Now, all this stuff was supposed to be for the descendant of slaves to get parity for things. That was our payback. That was our them making amends for us for slavery. We're gonna be part of America. Black people are gonna enter the mainstream society and everything. But they picked almost everybody but us. They brought if you gotta have black people, let's bring them from the islands, right? If you gotta have a black male, let's let black people. Let's first of all just bring black females. If you have to bring a have to bring the last person who benefited from any of this was the African American slave descendant male in America, right? Well, when you look at Jesse Jackson, you know what he was telling us? It was keep hope alive. If I was a woman, got need comparable worth and all the stuff like that. He was fighting for gays and lesbians and females. Females make more or less than men. How are you gonna advocate for female employment where the some of the top CEOs in America? Remember that Carly Farino? She was a CEO of Hewlett Packard. You know what I'm saying? You got Martha Stewart. You got that lady that ran for governor, spent $50 million more money to run for governor.
I think Ursula Burns. I don't know if she's still the CEO of Xerox, but
Yeah. She was the one ran against Jerry Brown, right? Who's the one ran against Jerry Brown in California?
Nah, she didn't.
Okay, well, yeah, that's her. But somebody else won.
No, I think you're talking about was Megan, the lady. She was on eBay, the eBay lady in the Bay Area.
One. I'm not sure. Don't quote us on the folks. But anyway, I'd say like this, and then also in Nevada, there was another lady that ran for office. She was a CEO of some tech. I'm like, wait a minute, there's an awful lot of white females that got an awful lot of power in this country. You know what I'm saying? It was like a matter of factly, oh yeah, she's a CEO of such and everything. And I'm like, well, wait a minute here. That progress of seeing so many CEOs was supposed to be for black males. Was throwing down the bucket and becoming Americans, right? You know what I'm saying? Becoming Americans. We're gonna stop what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna rise up anymore. We're gonna put down our arms and we're just gonna become Americans, right? But everybody else benefited from this, right? Now these same people are sitting there saying, well, geez, black people, why are y'all so angry? So the bottom line is this. The African American male, right? This is what they're angry about right now. This is what angry right now. They can't, the Democrat and the left wing in America can't get the African American male on board. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do everything to shame us. You know what I'm saying? They try to put these articles out here. The black man is what they say we're the white man of the black community. You know what I'm saying? We're a white man. We're too conservative. We're too alpha and all stuff like this because we're not going buying all this stupid nonsense, the LGBT and all this kind of friggin' feminist nonsense and everything. And we have to sit back and think, oh, this. I can see what you mean. Okay, females need protection. Look, I'm all for women's rights. You know what I'm saying? I think some women don't like when I say this. When I do, think women need their own space. They need protected. That's why I said the BAL. We got a good thing. We got a female group. Please, men, do not join that section in the BAIO. That's for those sisters and everything. They need their own space. They need to get themselves together and communicate. I want them to feel comfortable in this organization and everything like that. You know, so we have balance and everything. So the bottom line is just we do that. We understand that. You know, and I'm very proud of the sisters that are professional, do your thing, contribute and everything. No one's gonna knock you. See, there might be a female that will lead this movement one day. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Same time, we have a system in America that's hell bent on silencing and squashing the black man. You know what I'm saying? Black male. Now get back to what I'm saying about the gentry, right? Gentry means gentleman. You know what I'm saying? We don't have black elite gentlemen societies. We never have. Show me one black. I don't know any. Do you know any family dynasty? I know there was this one black guy that made cookies. When I had a dynasty, he made some cookies.
Oh, you talking about Famous Amos?
Yeah, Famous Amos. Whatever happened to that?
You know, he lost that.
Oh, he lost it. Oh,
it's broke. Yeah. So basically, he didn't own. It's weird. So he didn't own his brand or his name. He lost it.
Yeah, I used to grow up thinking
kind of like you ever seen The Founder about the Ray Kroc and the McDonald's?
I know. No, check this out. You know who had KFC? Colonel Sanders, same way. He didn't own
no. Colonel, but his family's straight. Colonel Sanders, but
he didn't know anything about stock.
But Famous Amos, and so McDonald's, right, was owned by two brothers in California somewhere. Mm-hmm. And Ray Kroc pretty much swindled them out of their own.
Didn't they make a movie about that last year?
Yeah, it's called The Founder. That was the best movie that came out.
That came out and I missed it. I got to get that on DVD. I want to see that.
Kyla, it's 2018. You can stream that online. You ain't got to get a DVD, Kyla. You stream it online.
I got to learn how to do that, man. You got to teach me how to do all this stuff, man.
2018, Kyla. You're going to need a red box. You can stream it online. But yeah, it's called The Founder. It was the best movie that came out last year. I'm telling you, The Founder that came out 2017.
And I heard about that. It was about how they revolutionized the chain McDonald's and all stuff like that, So the whole thing is this. The bottom line is white men know how to build businesses with families. You know what I'm saying? Scale. You know what I'm saying? They know how to scale businesses, coast to coast scale business. And I'm basically saying, well, wait a minute. We got so-called black billionaires. But can you show me something tangible that I can touch? Where I can say, this is, when I go past it, this is owned by black. Now, hey, Herman Cain has Godfather Pizza. You know what I'm saying? He has Godfather Pizza. He's Godfather Pizza. And he's a good businessman. He made a chain of pizza stores and everything. I guess some black people own some chains here and there. But you never see a real restaurants there. We own some Waffle Houses here and there and stuff like that. Chicken and waffles, or Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, whatever. Here and there we do all right, But the main thing is this, though. Well, I'm waiting to see a black man that has a consortium of businesses that he has 3 levels of. I often forget this. I know the answer to this. Is there a black corporation with multi-level management personnel in America? That you know of?
What do you mean multi-level?
Yeah, upper level management, middle management. Floor management, saying stuff like that. A vertically integrated business.
I would say probably Brian Allen.
Oh, Brian Allen, but that's communications. That's communications. Okay. And I don't know. It's like I said, where's his headquarters at?
Somewhere in see, that's the thing. And I'm going off topic a little bit. Your boy Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell. Tone Talks. He talks so much. And he speaks so much about Brian Allen being the example when it comes to having a so-called black-owned business. And so what he's saying that, but the thing is, let me back up. If you look at Brian Allen, it's not really transparent as far as I can't find out who his C-suite is.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Jay-Z. I mean, okay, he has $200 million, but where is it? You know what I'm saying? Where's his buildings? Where's his facilities at and everything? Where's his staff, his personnel?
Right, the thing is, sorry to cut you off, is what I'm noticing with a lot of these so-called black-owned businesses like Brian Allen, Jay-Z, or whatnot, their entire C-suite and the execs and upper management, nobody's black.
Right, exactly. Exactly what I was getting to. There's nobody black. Jay-Z is all Jews. You know what I'm saying? The Jews or white people, whatever like that. Same thing with 50 Cent. All these people, Dr. Dre, he just basically, his partners are all white. You know what I'm saying? And they got a black face on. His partner's white. So it's not a vertically integrated black business. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything vertically integrated. There's no staff. Remember that movie Boomerang? You see Boomerang?
Yeah.
Remember that? But you still, that was a fantasy, but it at least showed you, oh yeah, it's a black company and whatnot. The upper line.
I mean, that was Ebony magazine a long time, a while ago. Before they,
Oh yeah, but now it's gone. See, we were headed in that direction. You know, this is Black Enterprise magazine. We were headed in that direction. Black people trying to build businesses and stuff like that from the top, like employing our own people. You know what I'm saying? Giving our people opportunity and doing business and building Black America. Those things are gone. Now, let me tell you something now controversial, right? Now, because of hip hop, right, it's cool to have white partners. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have Jimmy Iovine. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have Tom Ford and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't have anything now. If you start because if somebody pointed that out to about Diddy years ago, man, everybody came at him like, oh man, you sound like a black racist and whatnot. His brother was asking some legitimate questions. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, where's your black? Wow, this that your thing. You know what I'm saying? Most of your thing. Not even this Revolt TV he has. Somebody was suing him for racism. You know, he owns Revolt TV, right? The top or the person running is a white lady and whatnot, and then one guy's complaining about racism in the hiring and the practices and work environment at Revolt TV, and that's supposed to be black owned.
Right. I'm gonna take it. You brought up Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Same thing happened at Roscoe's. So you had a black employee who sued Roscoe's, a black-owned business, because the Hispanics pretty much controlled it and were being, I guess, more favorable towards Hispanics over the black man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is this. There is no top to bottom black anything in America. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear anything like that. I think nationhood and everything like that probably the only time we could probably ever do this. You know what I'm saying? Or from a nationalist point of view. Now, like somebody asked me the other day, said, "Well, how would you deal with white?" I said, "Look, I said I understand that you're gonna have to have white partners or Asian partners, everything, and things we cannot do and produce, but we should still have our own human infrastructure in place." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whether we partner with them and what, these are my people, these are our people, and these are your people right here, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We merge the two companies together. This is a subsidiary. Half the management and staff is coming from us. Half staff, management staff is coming from you guys. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that in Black America. We talk about somebody leading us and having black organizations, but when it comes to business and making money, it does not exist. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I refuse to be part of an organization that when it comes to business, we all talk, but when it comes down to doing business, oh, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? No, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't function. That's when it comes to money. You know, that's why I did give Jay Morrison that credit for at least trying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with the Tulsa Fund and everything like that, but yeah, I disagree. I learned some things about it. I disagree with some of the tactics and everything, but I do agree with him trying to build a black consortium. You know what I'm saying? At least trying. You know what I'm saying? If his heart's in the right place, I do. I agree. Do you agree with that? You know, he's trying to build something black. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? I agree. That part I agree with. You know what I'm saying?
As far as building something black top to bottom, that what you're saying?
Yeah, top to bottom, black owned.
But it just like where I'm at in Georgia, you have a lot of Japanese and Chinese owned companies here, and top to bottom Japanese, top to bottom, we upper management Chinese.
Right. We don't have that in Black America. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that in Black America. We're too scared to have that in Black America. You know why? Because these people basically are here just to do business. They're not trying to change America. They're not trying to be like, oh, we gotta be colorblind. They're not. The Chinese, Japanese, not waiting for 2043. You know what I'm saying? They're not waiting for 2043 to come around so they could be in bed with white people. Oh, the people of color, we're rising up at 2043. People are doing what they gotta do now. Do you think are there any other group waiting for 2043? You know what I'm saying? You know, so why do we have this balloon running around talking about 2043? We gotta get ready for 2043. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, and the bottom line is this: what we have in Black America. I'm gonna tell you this, folks. What nationhood and everything starts with the unity and the love and togetherness. That means you have a common history, common present, and a common future. In other words, a rich person, when he's a nationalist, he recognizes that his fate is tied to this person that's on the bottom or wherever like that. And between when you fuse the rich, the wealthy, and everything with the working class and everything, the working class is going to be your foot soldiers in anything you do. They're going to produce between the fusion of the wealthy and the poor creates a middle class. The middle class is the heart and soul of any nation. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's going to protect the country because they have the most, they benefit the most out of the nation. We don't have that in Black America and everything. We have rich Black people who got money. They stay with themselves and everything. They think they're upper class, you know. No, but they're actually still part of the Black caste system. We're still Black in America, and then we see that one brother that was about to become a doctor in Ohio almost lost his life because some girl said that he was breaking into his own car. You know, the police automatically thought he couldn't afford that car. And to come upon this guy, the guy almost lost his life. You know, a doctor. You know, and so the whole thing is this. Whole thing is this. As long as people delude themselves and think that you're gonna get money and your money's gonna protect you one day, and you listen to me all the time. Oh yeah, Colin, that's fun. And everything. You
Hey,
think
real quick, Quala. Legal Night Owl says he purchased your book. Interesting book. Just wanted to
thank you,
shout.
legal night out. Thank you. I'm gonna still wait for Dynas to give me my book review, man.
But man, Colin, I got it.
I know you're busy. I know you're busy.
It's not even that. No. I'm gonna be. I'm transparent. You know, I am. I've been distracted. Like by the time I should be spending reading, I've been surfing the web looking at BS. I'm just gonna. I just.
Maybe we get some money. Maybe
I'm going through that phase. I don't know why. I've been going through a phase where I've been distracted and not focused on learning my second language I'm supposed to be learning and reading my books. I'm sorry.
No problem. No, it's all good.
Bullshitting. I'm just being honest.
It's all good. We got plenty of time, bro. There's no rush on that. Maybe somebody else could basically do a show and and I could do a Q&A or something like that. Somebody could do
Kyle,
like that. Yeah.
Kyle, listen. I'm gonna take you when I have a 11-hour, 12-hour flight Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to Nigeria Sunday. I'll leave for Nigeria Sunday night. I'm gonna bring the book with me. I'm gonna finish it.
All right, no problem. That's good. That's good. I bet. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the book, like I said, I really there's some key points. I want to draw parallels to and this is what I want to get to Liberia and why they were successful, right? What challenges we have today for nationhood? We have challenges that they didn't have. Like I was telling Hope before we was on the freeway and we got off. I said we have challenges today, and that the national movement have challenges that the Liberians didn't have. Remember back then when Liberia was founded, it was basically America was so dangerous, right? That it didn't take much to convince somebody to say, let's get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get knocked over the head, drugged, whatever like that, kidnapped and sold back into slavery. So the free Black people are like, okay, well, you can get me out of here, let's fine. Anything's better than this nightmare because they heard stories of Black people being kidnapped and sold back into slavery. Another thing is this: when Liberia was founded, right, we had Black communities in America that were basically, thriving communities. You know what I'm saying? They had homes, frame homes, and everything like that in places like New Jersey, upstate New York, Delaware, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Even in places in Louisiana Bayou. You know what I'm saying? And there were maroon communities all along the eastern seaboard here in the Gullah area. Those Black communities that were largely independent that basically were somewhat independent during colonial times. They stayed independent and despite all the efforts of the government of doing it, they couldn't do anything they wanted. Free Blacks were free Blacks, And I'm gonna tell you how this happened, right? Because during the British colonial times, for the most part, each state had their laws. There was no law that said you had to be Black, you had to be a slave. Let me tell you something right now. For all the American lovers right here, this is gonna shock you, right? Black people, when we first came over here, for the most part, we were like indentured servants. Okay, you had to work for a period. So then they made Black people were the only group of people that could be slaves for life, right? Okay, you're a slave for life. What happened was, over time, people started being born into slavery. And what happened was in certain states, right? People were the law said you could be free by the time you're 21 or a certain amount of states, whatever. But in the deep south and places like that, people were slaves for life, and you basically had didn't have to have a papers on somebody. If you had a slave, right, you couldn't hold a slave unless you had his papers on him. You say you had a legal document that you own this person, right? Then what happened was the state started ignoring that rule, right? And basically grabbing any black person, okay, he's a slave. If you can hold them in slavery, you're a slave. That's it. You had no rights to sue in court and everything. They took away. See, when the British occupied America, right? Black people. There was several cases where one black woman, she sued in court and got her freedom. You know what I'm saying? It took her several different court cases, but she got her freedom. George Washington and all these people looked at this like, wait a minute here. You have black people suing for their freedom in courts and everything. We have slave uprisings and everything. And so they protested to the British. Why are you giving black people rights? Because there were black communities that were rivaling the white communities during British occupied British colonial America, right? And so basically, all you have to do is be a loyalist to the king. The whole idea of America was to succeed from England, so we could basically disenfranchise black people and make them a permanent race of slaves, or get rid of them altogether, make America a white again, white country. And that's what you're dealing with to this day. That's what you're dealing. That's the genesis of what you're dealing with. And so when people look at it, how is it that you can pass a stand your ground law, and people think that's okay? Because the bottom line is this: despite the fact that America has this beautiful infrastructure and everything, it has all these things going for it, the very core of America is all about white supremacy. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? If you basically agree with white supremacy in any way, you can fit in. If you're black, you can be a black white supremacist. Sarah David Clark. What's that clown out from Alabama? Jesse Lee Peterson. You're a black white supremacist.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah. Jesse Lee
Yeah,
Peterson.
you can black white supremacist. But the whole thing is this: we have to have the gentry. You know what I'm saying? The gentry and the lower class or working class black man and everything. Once they get together and whatnot, they'll be an unstoppable force. Now, who are the scoundrels in our community, right? The people who are scoundrels in our community are the people who know that the system is rigged against black people, but they temporarily benefit from it. You benefit from the system because you know, for the most part, most black people are stuck. They have no choice but to listen to you. You're stuck. So basically, let me rise to fame, let me rise to power, and everything like that. And then when you ask for a solution to get out of it, they're like, oh, there's no solution. White supremacy is everywhere. You might as well stay right here in America and just keep doing it. It's a struggle fest. Okay? It's people tell you that we have to struggle all the time, struggle, struggle, struggle. And well, what's the end game? What's the end? There's no end game. So we just struggle? Yes. So why are we going through this? I don't know. This is what we have to do. And so therefore, what happens in natural human minds, like, something, I'm just gonna live my life. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, have fun, whatever like that. And this is what we have. So this is what we have in Black America. We do not have any businesses. And like I said, I thought you were going to be able to tell me at least one. We do not have any vertically integrated businesses. You don't have any businesses where you see factory workers and you see managerial upper class and everything commingled together. So basically, if the different classes of black people, let me tell you something. Our nations formed with different social classes commingled together. It's like when you read my novel, right? One of the things I said was the reason why the people on the ship became unified was because they were all in the same boat. You had people from the upper classes of Charleston, South Carolina, on the same ship with people who were farmers and former slaves and everything. Some of the people were descendants of free black slaves, but they were all on this ship for pilgrimage to Liberia. And the harmonization between the two groups of people, right? Now, when you are the majority and you have different classes, right? Class is different than caste. Class, you can move up. You can move up and down a class system, right? Black people, no matter how much money you have, and I say this all the time, money cannot buy you class. You say money can't buy you class. Money can't buy you class. You know, you could be able to eat in the nicest restaurants and everything like that. But the bottom line is because you're black, you are going to get that situation where someone's going to disrespect you in public and someone's going to humiliate you. You're going to call for a reservation to a hotel. No, we don't have any rooms left. No, we don't have any tables left. You know, and these black people are the ones that get outraged. You know what I'm saying? When they have to deal with the reality of what America is. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the law says it's illegal to discriminate against black people. That does not mean it's not going to happen to you. Your money and the laws are not going to protect you from what's already a caste system. A caste system makes sure that the same thing, the same uh, 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 the caste system makes sure that everybody knows their place. You know, if you're white, you're already in a certain caste. You know what I'm saying? You're up here. Everything, no matter how poor you are, you know what I'm saying? You're up here. And black, you're either down here or over there. You're never going to get the same respect as a white person just for being, no matter how much money you think you have and everything. You are part of the black caste. You say you're black. You may be above other black people, you know what I'm saying? But you're not going to be above white people. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to, a white person does not have to get 5 degrees, right? And wear the degrees on their shoulder to get respect. All they have to do is be born with white skin. You know, a black person he got to show his pedigree. You know, a black man, he got to make sure that he has a brand new Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got to make sure he has a brand new Cadillac. He has all this stuff like this, big house, whatever like that, to make sure that people know that he's not the average Negro. You know, a white man does not think that a white person does not think that white people when they have money. Let me give you an example. A white person has money, he's a contractor, right? He'll make way 4 times more than a black man who's works in the offices, manager, top manager, MBA, whatever like that. He'll make more money than him, but that white guy is just as content with walking around with a pair of overalls all day. You know what I'm saying? Because he can do that. He's white. He knows that
Hey,
white guy in the thing is represents him. They're part of the same system.
yeah, real quick. So shout out to everybody who super chatted. Shout out to Ifoza Amafido. Thank you, brother. Victor Mobley, Adwoa, Robert Morris. Thank you so much for donating to the Search for Huru ministries. All right, go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, we have time to talk about a little bit about Rwanda. We'll touch the subject. Huh? What is that? You muted, nice.
We
You
got
can't hear you.
about 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes. Is that cool?
Oh, good, great. We got time. Okay. Now, there's people going around now spreading propaganda, and like I said, let me say something. Say something. I don't know where this comes from, right? I just don't. Get it. Get something. You know what I'm saying? It seems to me that a black nation, black people are doing well, right? You know what I'm saying? You could be. Let me give you an example, right? Burundi's right now in hell, a hellhole. CAR is a hellhole. You got Muslims killing Christians, Christians killing Muslims. Cameroon, they're executing people and going crazy. The president's in exile, and not exile, but he's running the country. He's 90-something years old. He's ignorant. He's running his country from Swaziland, living in a villa in South Africa, right? No one's saying anything. You know what I'm saying? The people, the English Cameroon's trying to succeed from French Cameroon. The French are basically behind all this slaughter.
But hold on,
No one's saying.
but what's crazy? So you just mentioned the president of Cameroon. You got your boy
Yeah,
at the DRC. But
yeah,
why are they
Kabila.
so right? Well, why are they so focused on Gaddafi and your boy in Zimbabwe, Mugabe?
Yeah, because the bottom line is when they talk about Mugabe took the land from white people. That's what it is. And Gaddafi was doing things in Africa like getting trying to replace the gold dinar and stuff like that. So the bottom line is never about whether because it's all about basically who falls out favor with the West, right? The West is now using. Let me tell you something right now, so you be aware. Be aware. I want everybody to listen to this, right? there are people that are either ignorant or they're being paid. I don't like using that term. You know, I never use that term agents. You know what I'm saying? I never use that term. I never accuse anybody of being an agent. I never accuse anybody of that. But you have people out here that now that are compromised, right? Because they're spreading propaganda, right? And I would ask the question is, of all the countries in Africa to talk about, why are we talking about Rwanda? Rwanda now, the Kigali and the successful Paul Kagame, he just told the United States to go to hell. Where the United States wants to dump secondhand clothes on this country. The United States already labeled him a dictator, you know what I'm saying, a dictator. He's saying you're not going to build secondhand cars here. You're going to build cars in Rwanda, right? He has legitimate business dealings in the DRC, right? He is buying, processing coltan. The world works on coltan. Without coltan, you would not have computers. All the stuff, laptops, all the stuff you have. He's already building his own laptops and computers. He's going in another 10 years. Rwanda is going to be a world manufacturing center of computers, semiconductors, all these things right here. And not only that, they're monetizing the coltan, right? Monetizing it, right? And then adding value to it, by processing it and adding value. Then allied that, it's a multiplier effect, bring industries around to build products from it. So if he's headed in that direction, right, the coltan is going to be processed in Rwanda, a black country, right, and they're building their country up. Why would anybody be against that? Now, people are like, well, there's war raging in Congo. First of all, a lot of rebels that in Congo come from Rwanda and Burundi. These are the troublemakers that caused 400,000 people to get killed. Do you want those people to come back? They're already saying they're trying to overthrow him. So I guess you won't be happy until you put it in that you make him out to be a dictator, and then that gives the green light to these freaking thugs to come over there and try to topple him, right? Which only the West is going to benefit from. The United States will come in there, French will come in there and say, look, these black people can't freaking govern themselves. It's the same thing that happened 2 decades ago. You know what I'm saying? But you on there with your and I wish a lot of these people. I wish you would go back to fucking listen to hip hop and stop talking about Africa because you don't know anything about this continent enough. To be talking about it's always this conspiracy. The white man is Thanos and everything, and anybody that they control it. Paul Kagame is a leader with balls in Africa. He's the head of the African Union. He's the man right now. He's challenging the idea that Africans can't govern themselves and that Africans can't build a world class city. That city of Kigali is one of the cleanest cities in the world. And I'm gonna say this something right now. I'm saying something right now. It's gonna hurt some people's feelings. Just because you are African or black, that means you don't have to live in filth. You know what I'm saying? I look at Japan, the pictures of Japan, how you have 120 million people in the streets you can eat off of. You know what I'm saying? The value system comes from basically training the people. Tell them, no, you can't just open up a vending stall any way you want on the street because it brings in germs, diseases, and everything. It piles up trash. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a clean, orderly society. You know what I'm saying? We're going to decorate the country. We're going to have flowers and gardens and stuff like that. The aesthetics of a nation is important. Clean streets. All that stuff does that propels the people to do better. That they're part of an aesthetic that tells them that I gotta be better. I'm part of something that's good. And people want to act good. The people that don't like Kagame are the people that love the way things are. Like right now in the DRC, right now, they're the people from remember that dude, that guy, the child soldier, told me whatever. They were looking for him years ago. There were people.
They still haven't found him. They still haven't found him.
Yeah, these guys from the King's Resistance Army, and from Uganda and stuff like that. These guys have spent the last 2 or 3 decades terrorizing the Congo, right? Raping and killing and everything like that. Rape and killing and pillaging is normal. And I hear now that even in South Africa, in Soweto, rape is so common. The guys go on camera saying, "Yes, I rape. This is what I do." This is what people want. You know what I'm saying? They want to have anarchy and chaos and whatnot. And the bottom line is, I don't care what you think, whatnot. I am gonna fight you to the death, because the only way the white man rules is he keeps the black man in a constant state of fighting, anarchy, and chaos. Well, that's how he rules. So when you're talking about something, if you want to say, okay, something, we got to be mindful of the kids that's mining coltan, and so they should be in school. Yes, then you get together with that billionaire Kroc Kabila and his Israeli partners and say, donate some money so we can help these kids in there get in school and everything like that, and we can do something about the situation. But to put it all on Kagame is disingenuous because you don't say anything about Kabila. He's a billionaire now. How you become a president, become a billionaire, in a few short years? Because he has business partners and everything that are bleeding the Congo dry. Oh, he can't bleed it. Congo's endless mineral resource. I'm just saying, euphemism, but the bottom line is this: he's getting richer, and he suspended elections. But you don't say nothing about that. Know why? Because your Western paymasters, he has favor with your Western paymasters. Just like this new president in Zimbabwe is a freaking crook. He's going to give back the white people their land. That's why they almost took him out in a bombing. That bombing at the political speech almost took him out a couple of weeks ago. So you people don't freaking come to me about so much about Paul Kagame. They're using these fake blogs and everything like that, like Black Agenda Report and everything, to basically do the same thing. Left wing, right wing, the same thing. The left wing don't like capitalism and everything like that. They don't want to see it succeed in Rwanda, right? The right wing simply just don't want him to succeed to begin with because they want to go back to things the way they were, where they're taking all the resources out and processing them in Europe and everything. So the bottom line is this: I dare anybody to come and say they want to challenge me to a debate on what's going on in Africa. You think that girl Shirley got it bad? You know what I'm saying? I will bury you. You know what I'm saying? I will bury you.
Real quick, let me shout out Nadup. Nadup, we're going to May. I mean, I'm tripping. We're going to Haiti next May or June. All right, I'm rolling. And shout out to
I got my boy Amin Ra in here. He says his college no, I live in Africa. But let me tell you something, Amin Ra.
One more thing. And shout out to Legal Night Owl. Thank you for the super chat, brother. All right, go ahead, Colin.
Oh, but my friend Amin Ra, you know what I'm saying? We just see brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to him how many times? You know what I'm saying? And he says, well, this, that, thing, have you been there? But you know something? We have a booming Kenya group right now, right? The Kenya group right now, brothers on the ground from African American brothers in the BAIO who do BAIO work. I look up and I'm a man. He took himself out of the BAIO. Now, this is a guy that wants to lecture me about what I've been in Africa, but what I told you that I'm going to send people to you. You can link up with them. You don't even want to link up with people. You tell people to come over to Africa, and you don't even want to link up with the people in the BAO who's already over there. So who the hell you think you're kidding, Armin Rock? You know what I'm saying? Who you think you're kidding? You was in the BAIO. You kicked yourself. You took yourself out for what? And we have people in the BAIO who are doing business in Kenya right now. They want to come see you, see what you're all about, see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I can make that happen for you. I have people in freaking Mumbai, Nairobi, brothers that are doing good things over there. And they're fired up about the BAIO. But you're the one who disappeared. So then you want to sit here and talk back about the BAIO? I'm not going to let it happen. Because we didn't kiss your ass enough? Negro, please. But don't mean to put you on the spotlight at Dynasty. So I had to say that. People may comment, you've been in Africa and whatnot. Yeah, you've been in Africa, you've been there 20 years now. What do you got to show for it? So the whole thing is this. You got people out there who are spreading false propaganda. You know what I'm saying? And they're using websites, they're seeming black, they're seeming militants. But the bottom line, anything, let me tell you something, right? I know a dictator, I know somebody's bad and everything. You know how you can tell a dictator? When you look at the Bible says, a tree by a fruit it bears. You see the beauty of what's going on in Rwanda right now, right here, like that. That means Paul Kagame's doing good. You know what I'm saying? You see the DRC right now and everything like that. This guy's president getting rich and everything, letting these people rob and rape the country blind and everything. But yet nobody says anything about it because the black people are so freaking jealous. We got that jealousy. What's that? That jealousy. What's that little Boondock Stinkmeister or whatever her name is? You know what
Buddha.
I'm
You talk about
saying?
what's the guy's name on the Boondocks?
The demon. He jumped into Tom. He jumped in.
What's his name? Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus.
No, Uncle Ruckus does. Uncle Ruckus had this. They had this exorcism, and they had a y'all niggas ain't getting rid of me. You know what I'm saying? It was Stinkman. You got remember that? And then Uncle Ruckus said, "Look, I'm gonna cast that nigga demon out of him." He brought in a rope, and he said, "A job application." You know, that shit was funny. But anyway, yeah. But the whole thing is this. The whole thing is this. You know, the whole thing is this. People think that they're being militant and everything, and the bottom line is this: every time somebody black tries to get up and do something positive and productive, you always got Negroes out here with their freaking back-ended talk and running their freaking sewer traps and, about stuff they don't even know anything about. You know, and it's all about keeping the same stupid struggle and misery. Well, there's some people out here that are actually smart enough to get out of this freaking situation we in. And the bottom line is, you know, I for one are gonna support you. If you think I don't matter and whatnot, you wouldn't be listening to me right now. You know my voice and my opinion carries weight. You know, and like I said, I've studied Africa long enough. I haven't been to the continent yet. I've studied Africa long enough. I know when people are doing the right thing. That's why I studied Liberia. I said something wasn't adding up. So I did my homework, you know, over 20 something years of research. And I said something's not adding up. Now something was not adding up about like why were they so against. Then I find out the usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? You know, basically the whole idea of black people building a nation, that's what they were against. Or everything else, all the native Liberians, blah blah blah. That was just all the window dressing, straw man stuff like that. But the whole idea of black people trying to build something and everything like that, build something on themselves, leaving America, building something else, everything that had to be stopped. You know, because in order for the control the black man in America, you have to make him think that the only thing, you know, his only reality starts and ends with the borders of America. You know what I'm saying? The borders of America is his boundaries. He can't go any place outside of America to build, to relate and everything like that. I dream the day when we have BL, the people that's growing on the. I can't even describe to you how many people on the continent now that are part of BL that's doing work for us on the ground. And another 10 years and whatnot, we'll have administrative buildings all over in capital cities and everything like that. And we're gonna really do this. You know, and we're gonna do so. You'll be able to live anywhere on the continent, live anywhere on the continent, connect with people of like mind and everything, and build and do business the same way the Chinese do. You know what I'm saying? Once you have that, then you're gonna approach the American political system differently. You're gonna approach it from a position of strength, and that's what people always wanted. We wanted to engage America from a position of strength, not on our damn knees. So if it don't work out, hey, look, man, you know, we got other options. Right now, the white people like well, their whole thing is like, what you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? You know, where you gonna go? What you gonna do? We are somebody's bitch. Do you understand that? You know, he got us by the white man got us by the leash. You know, guys, what else? Get at your feelings out and forgot to focus on your infrastructure. Yeah, like I said, bottom line is this. The reason why Sister Bell, lover, the reason why I talk about Kagame is the bottom line is this. If they take down Rwanda, right? If they take down Rwanda, there'll be another generation before we get, because they'll say, look, you see what happens in Africa? You're safe for it. They'll use our enemies will use that as a weapon to say, see, now you can't go that. But that's gonna stop the Chinese. Do you know there was civil wars going on in Liberia, and the mining companies were still there, sucking the country dry? You know, somehow Africans, the bullets never hit the white people in Africa. They're sitting there conducting business, and they're out there in the jungle.
In fact, I asked a friend of mine when the Civil War was taking place in Liberia and Sierra Leone. You know, what was going on with the Lebanese? How are the Lebanese affected? And he said, and you know, as far as Lebanese, it was business as usual.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I always thought niggerism was something that black people in America had. Niggerism is a disease that affects the entire black race. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line, you got people out there. Y'all ain't coming to Africa. You see those comments on your last show? We'll hold up. Y'all ain't coming to Africa. But what about the Chinese? They can take whatever they want. We rather do business with the Chinese. We rather that. We hope they could have sex with our women so we can have half yellow babies and whatever. Our babies will start looking prettier. That's a sick mind. This white supremacy. Let me tell you something. This white supremacy color caste system is global. I didn't want to believe this. You know what I'm saying? You have Chinese and everything, and they'll interview Chinese, but what do you think about white people? I think white people are so beautiful. I wish I was white. I'm like, you're from China. You have the oldest civilization on earth. I used to watch kung fu movies and everything. I used to love the China. I thought they were just so unique and beautiful. The martial arts, everything. I watched a movie like Jet Li Hero. I thought the people were so beautiful. But yet you got so many Chinese and Asians that think themselves as less than white people. Well, the person's white and beautiful for America and everything. What the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is going on? So we as a black man got to stand up and say, you know something? We're going to build Africa. And Africa, guess what? The black man is God. That black man is God. I don't believe in your stupid multiracial garbage and whatnot. The black man is God. We come here and whatnot. I'm not saying we're God, but the bottom line is this: the image of perfection. If you want the model, the genetic model of success on this continent is black. You know what I'm saying? If you're anything other than black and whatnot, you step aside. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line, and that permeates throughout the world. That'll give self-esteem to black people in America. As long as Africa look like the ghetto of the world, the junkyard of the world, and all stuff like this and whatnot, you perpetuate the stereo of thing. Europe is always seen as heaven. Even when when you look at maps of Africa, they always look at Europe, always look like it's above Africa. But actually, to tell you the truth, people don't understand. If you look at the globe, it's actually level. You know what I'm saying? Because when Europe is, the Earth is a slight bend. You know what I'm saying? Europe is not actually on top of Africa. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way maps and images of maps are presented. When I was in high school, my teacher used to call me Map Man. You know, they used to call me Map Man. I said, "What's going on, Map Man?" Why? Because I was so fascinated with maps. You know, I used to know every state and every country in the world and capitals. I used to be able to draw all 50 states and everything like that. So geopolitics and everything like that has always been in me since I was in the 5th grade. You know, so I always understand. I always look at Africa, how huge Africa was and whatnot. And I was like, well, how does a race of people, Europe is so small and Africa is so big. How did Europe take over a country? Then I understood about industrialization, urbanization. Then I found out that Africa had urban populations. You know that people don't understand. Cities like Ife and Oyo had 1 million people in them. You know what I'm saying? Benin City has the longest walls in the world, longer than the Great Wall of China. But you don't want to talk about Benin City. You want to talk about Egypt and Kemet and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of hearing about Kemet and no one talk about ancient Benin. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about Oyo. They don't want to talk about Hausaland. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about the Nook civilization. They don't want to talk about the great empire of Mali. You know, all these kingdoms and civilizations that should be brought to light. Somebody else besides myself ought to be starting to freaking write novels, study history. Make your own makeshift. You may not know the whole history and everything. Make your own makeshift novel. What was King Emperor Mansa Musa and his guard have a dispute? His guards are fighting, and the emperor decides, whatever you want to make up, make a fiction. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Use your imagination. You know, how are we gonna give our kids something and we don't do it? Well, I don't know. How come no one don't make no books? It's up to you to freaking write the dang novels. Do your research. You write the novels. You know what I'm saying? You waiting for white people to write the novels for you. You ready to write your comic book series? You ready to write your stuff like that stuff you can do. And you can make some money. That's what the Chinese do. Chinese make money off their history. Just selling kung fu martial arts movies, telling stories and stuff. So there's a disconnect, you know what I'm saying? That's what the BAI is all about, you know what I'm saying? So when we build a nation, it's going to be our own culture, our own history. We take all of Africa. We don't just look at West Africa, South Africa. All of Africa is our culture, you know what I'm saying? It's an African fusion, you know what I'm saying? And our history in the United States and America and everything, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're trying to build. So therefore, any black man, if you're a black man, whether you have $1 billion in the bank or you're broke, you ought to look at it and say, you know something? I want to be part of that. A nation is your sanctuary. I don't like how Bell's asked about Japan. You know, when the Japanese, when wealthy Japanese would much rather, let me tell you this, I don't know if you know this thing, I know you know this thing. A Japanese CEO would make a third of what America's CEO, right? Because he knows that paying his workers and all that stuff more money is in the long run better for Japan and better for the overall society. You know what I'm saying? Japanese CEO,
You say Japanese or Chinese? Yeah, I think
Japanese.
Yeah. I know. I agree with you. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
Chinese. I don't know how it is. See,
Japanese.
no.
I agree with, when it comes to Japanese. I agree with you because you have a lot of the Japanese companies here. You have a couple of Japanese companies who their headquarters are here in the Georgia area, and they treat their employees very well.
Yeah, because they know ultimately it's nationhood, and they bring that sense of nationhood and family in the broad spectrum. You know what I'm saying? We try to do that, but the bottom line, we'll never be able to experience that nationhood. That means when you talk about nationhood, it's also the way businesses conduct themselves, how businesses treat their employees. All that is part of nationhood and your core values of a people. You can see the Japanese core values in the way they take care of their employees for life. You know what I'm saying? That's their core values. You know what I'm saying? Their core values. How CEOs will take a pay cut, right? Just to avoid a layoff. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that in America. America, you're on your own. So therefore, we are basically are are got to learn from all these other civilizations and everything how what type of society or nation state we want to envision for the future, and everything. But yeah, thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight and everything like that. I'm ecstatic about. I can't tell you, I'm blown away by the support of the Black African Infrastructure Organization. You know what I'm saying? This man, Dynast, man, this brother right here. You know what I'm saying? He deserves an award, man. NAAC Image Award. I'm gonna say, can't you send that in? Yeah, Image Award. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man! So hey, presented to me by given to me by Roland Martin.
Roland Martin, that would be funny. That'd be hysterical, man. Yeah, Roland Martin giving out an Image Award. That'd be funny. But yeah, like I said, the whole thing is, like I said, I'm blown away by these brothers that joined the BAO who are taking the initiative and starting to say like this. I'm like this. Like I said, I always said the whole of it. I always said we didn't start the BAO. It was already there. I'll say this every night. The Black African Infrastructure Organization was already there. We're Black Africans, right? We lack an infrastructure and we lack a land. You know what I'm saying? We need land. Infrastructure is your government, your systems, everything. Yeah, you need for you to build infrastructure, you have to have either your own nation or a host nation, right? On a Pacific territory where you can build your industries, stuff like that. You have laws, you have all stuff like that, and then you have nation. What is nationhood? Your families, your peace, your harmony, your fraternities, all the things you want, all the things we dream about doing. How we harmonize, how we heal ourselves, and everything. All those things to live in peace and harmony. You know what I'm saying? Our values and everything. We can live like a people. You're never going to have that until you have your own space on this planet where that is possible. Now, it doesn't mean everybody has to be there, but this does mean that everybody has to participate. Same thing with Jews and everybody helps Israel. Same way the Chinese and all connected to China, Hong Kong, and everything. We have to have another thing is this. We got to do a show on the sad state of black banks. My friend Devon Bell always said, the challenge of the future is controlling the money flow. The money flow. That is one thing the white supremacists are not playing with black people. They don't want us having part of the money flow. Even though we can have a part of money flow, we got $1.2 trillion goes back to them every day. Why? Because the channel of money in Black America leaves Black America because we're not concentrated in any areas where we control. That's the way it's going to be for the most part in America until we have a nation state where we come back here and build community. If we want that, build communities here and everything. But we have to at least have a place outside America that we can put money into and invest. The Jews invest in the Israeli stock market. Look what it's doing. Mexicans take $32 billion a year and send it to Mexico. And a lot of these Mexicans, people don't understand this, Dynast. A lot of these Mexicans are going back to Mexico and building nice homes and farms. And you know what I'm saying? You know, they stay for a few years, they come back and they're building nice community subdivisions in Mexico. In Mexico, real estate is booming right now. Black people in America, we have no place to put our money to.
Hey, Kyler, was go ahead and close out, brother. We got a lot done in an hour and a half.
We did. I got a lot out, man. I got it all out. I said.
But if you want to come back on tomorrow night, you can come back on.
Oh yeah, I will. I definitely. You want to do it tomorrow night? You got to take me over. I'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do another one, man. I really want. That this Paul got, because I see if somebody was saying what I'm saying about the American Liberians, right? That people saying Paul got, that coup could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? That coup could have, American Liberians are pressing or whatever. They put out these lies. You know what I'm saying? Because the American Liberians, let me tell you something. The American Liberians thwarted so many neo-colonial efforts in Africa for nearly a century. They would go, some Congolese, Nigerians say, the British want to do this. They'll say, no, don't do that. No, this is a problem. Don't sign this. No, they will always go to the true weak party in America or Liberia. America Liberia was the daddy, the granddaddy nation state. Even some European countries were impressed. Spain was impressed about Liberia's modernization. Liberia, people don't know this. Spain was so impressed by Liberia's rapid development of modern industrialization and everything that they created a holiday called Liberia Day. And they used to honor President Tubman.
Huh? We know that, but we could definitely didn't know that, but we could definitely build on that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll build on that. Thanos.
So Thanos, Gauntlet. Infinity Gauntlet. How can everyone get in contact with you, brother?
Okay, first of all, you go to the BAO website. It's in the chat room, right? If you sign up, what will you challenge me? Challenge you to what? You know what I'm saying? What Amara wants to challenge me. Challenge you to what?
But we gotta close out. But hey,
so karate man, I study Chinese people too, bro.
If you and Amara would like to have a debate, just let me know. But not tonight.
I would love to do it, but we gotta know what we're talking about.
Not tonight. So go ahead and close out.
Go ahead. Back and forth, because I live in Africa, you don't, and I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. I got another Vet Carnell over here, we're both Thanos, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Thanos is the most powerful being in the gauntlet. Sometimes when Hope is on, he's Thanos. When I'm on, I'm Thanos, man. Thanos is the man. I'm sorry, man. And so I love the Black Panther, man, but Thanos is the man. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? We need Thanos in times like this, man. Snap your finger and the coons go away. But yes, BAL, and also if you join the BAL, go to the group, join your state. Please join the Colonation Radio group. I'm starting to feel lonely in there. I mean, it's a shame that my group, has so little members. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, please join the Colonation Radio group. I'm gonna start that group popping everything. Pretty soon we're gonna have a BAO, also a BAO radio show and stuff like that. Give Diners a break. We're gonna start building that up. We want to build that. We're gonna build the audience up for that too. Let's say we'll have dinosaurs and guests and everything. We have a BAO radio show we have for 2 years. We never use the account. You know what I'm saying? The Google Hangout. We never use the account. Our friend Jonathan Hill is gonna be doing that. And he's gonna be doing stuff about BAO stuff, and you can call in. So we'll let you know when that happens. So if anybody BAO wants to be a guest or whatever like that, we can do that. It's like we'll try to do it 5 days a week and just nothing for BL stuff and everything around Dine's schedule, because we don't want to conflict and everything.
I'm flexible, brother. I'm flexible.
Yeah. So,
but Colin, man,
we're gonna hit it, man. We're really doing big things here, man. I appreciate the what we're doing, here and stuff like that. I'm not rambling. I hate to get off, but we gotta go. BL, join us. But join us on Nate's site and everything like that. We thank you for the support and everything. Just contribute, come in, put some videos up, folks. When that event is coming up on Saturday, Saturday in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You guys down there have a good time. You guys take some pictures. Let's see some smiles, folks. I want to see some smiles. Let's show them this is fun. This is fun. We're a family. We're having fun here. Nation building is our future. This is the only way. We're having fun.
Yes, sir. But everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Colin, thank you for coming on. Make sure you go to search for. I know, man. Anytime. Make sure you go to search for Huru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also go to Africa Personified on those same platforms. Until next time, family. Also hit that Patreon as well. Make sure you guys hit the Patreon. I really appreciate it. I'll leave for Nigeria Sunday. I cannot wait. So with that being said, if you're not following me like on Instagram or Facebook or whatnot, make sure you guys go there because I'm probably, depending on how fast the Wi-Fi is, I might go black on YouTube for a couple weeks while I'm gone. So make sure you follow me there. So until next time, family.
I hope you do it. If you do a show on Facebook, well, let me know, man. Because I want to see. I want to follow it, man. I'll make sure you see John Cashin too.
Oh well, yeah,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get offline about it. But until next time, family. Peace.
All right, bro.